2021 for the winter season for the Cool Ray Coast-to-Coast Racing League is finally here. It is the season opener, and we come to you live from the Knoxville Raceway in beautiful Knoxville, Iowa. It's time for the Coast-to-Coast Racing League Rebels, brought to you by the World of Sports podcast. We are at the sprint car capital of the world at the Knoxville Raceway, and we are just about set to go. Welcome to our pre-race show, brought to you by our friends at SBGC 3D Printing. And again, we are at the Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa. Tonight's race is just one of 17 Coast-to-Coast Racing League divisions that compete during the week, and we're happy that you've joined us for tonight's program. SBGC has been involved in 3D printing since 2016. They're committed to making this cutting-edge technology accessible for anyone who has an idea that needs to be manufactured. Using a 3D CAD program, they'll work with you to create your invention or creative project. As we come on the air and say good evening, friends, Marty Sakala with you, and we are absolutely delighted that you could join us for the season opener for the Winter Series for the Coast-to-Coast Racing League. It is iRacing's finest sprint car drivers from coast to coast in the U.S. and Canada, and a whole lot more, and we are getting right into the nitty-gritty of things. It's time for qualifying, brought to you by our friends at the Pitside Podcast. Joining Roger Craig and Preston Cranmer every weekend as they talk news in and out of iRacing, only on the Coast-to-Coast Racing Network. So qualifying is underway. You'll see your favorite drivers on the bottom of your screen and how they are timing at the moment. We'll get through everything you need to know about Monday Night Madness in just a little bit. Monday Night Madness is also brought to you by our friends at Malcolm's Mills Mill Writing. Brand new season, and we are so pumped for sprint car racing. First laps are underway. Preston Cranmer starts off the times right with a 15.814. Joe Halter goes to the top. He's at a 15.538. Again, those numbers, by the way, we are in the process of updating all the fonts and stuff like that. So if your favorite driver's car is not the exact color, don't worry. We're in the process of updating things. Jack Clevenger goes to the top of the charts with a 15.395. Joe Canellis working on lap number 2 in the number 1 machine. We'll see how he does off of turn number 4. He is slower this time from the looks of it at a 15.64. A couple of drivers starting to take some time at the moment. We'll go to Randy Shreves in the number 56. Preston Cranmer goes down to 11th quick at a 15.689. Here is Randy Shreves off of turn number 4. First lap for Randy is 17th quick at a 15.94. Mike Cranmer at a 15.91. Randy Shreves is the best in Sector 1 in the first half. Let's see how he does in the second half of the lap. He's in the green. We'll check. Second quick by just about 100th at a 15.406. Randy Shreves so close to getting the quick time. We go to Jeff Flaro in car number 200 from Canada as he works on his first lap. Let's see where he starts off. 6th quick for Mr. Flaro at a 15.574. Working his way through turns 3 and 4, exiting a little bit higher. This is likely a slower lap for Flaro, and he should stay 6th quickest, and he does. That should do it for qualifying, and ladies and gentlemen, with a quick time of 15.395, the driver of the number 78. A round of applause for Jack Clevenger. Jack Clevenger in the number 78. For those that are new to the Coast-to-Coast Racing League, brought to you by Cool Ray for Monday Night Madness, here is how the events work. First off, we previously had our C Division Raiders take part. Top 10 of those drivers in the first 2 to 3 weeks. They immediately transfer regardless of what happens. We just had our 3-minute time trial situation. We then have 3 to 5 heats. They're each 8 laps. We invert the top 4 in qualifying, so the pole sitter is starting in 4th in their heat, and then we'll transfer the top 4 from each heat race to the feature. We'll then have a B main of 10 laps. Top 4 to 12 will transfer directly to the A main. We'll then have a 5-minute warm-up, and then our A main ranging from 25 to 30 laps. Our first heat race of the evening is brought to you by our good friends at the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, celebrating over 37 years of exciting 360 sprint car action in the northeastern United States and Canada. Stars like Paulie Giovanni, Jason Barney, Chuck Havey, Matt Tanner, Billy Van Iveringen, and many more come to a dirt track near you. For more info, log on to EmpireSuperSprints.com or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages. The Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, where the tradition of excitement guaranteed, live on. Here's how they line up for heat race number 1. On the front row, it's Nick Show in the number 512 and Sean Bowers in the 03. Row number 2, Joe Halter in the 22, Jack Clevenger in the 78. And row number 3, John Rayner in the number 302. Preston Cranmer in the 07, starting from 7th position. The other Cranmer, Mike Cranmer, in the number 70. And we're so glad you could join us for this Heat 1, 8 laps. Winner starts on pole for tonight's 25-lap feature. Let us know, by the way, where you were watching from and who you were rooting for tonight on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're excited. The first heat of Monday Night Madness about to go down. Who's going to take it all? It's going to be a fun one tonight. Nick Show and Sean Bowers, the front row. It's time to get them on. Nick Show with a good start off of turn number 2. Bowers still trying to fight back up on that outside. High side is the preferred line once the track gets slicker and slicker. Off of turn 4, Show 3 wide for the lead as Clevenger pulls the 2 for 1 down to the inside and goes to the point early. Show falling back to the second position. Sean Bowers in third. Joe Halter is in fourth. Bowers taking a peek top shelf. Got a Renegades winner. Surprise Renegades win at USA International Speedway on the Stu and Brad Ovens tribute night a couple of weeks ago. Didn't just win in the Raiders, won in the Renegades, and was a surprise. Bowers, a star in the making. In the third position, thinking about trying the inside on Nick Show for second. But folks, meanwhile, Jack Clevenger is gone in the number 78. Said bye early. We go back over to the battle for fourth position. Preston Cranmer looking inside on Joe Halter. They nearly come to blows in turn 1. This is a big battle as well. Fourth position transfers directly into the feature tonight. If you finish 5th on back, you are going to the B main for expert practice. Sean Bowers took a peek inside on Nick Show. Looks on the slide job. Currently has P2 at the moment. Tries to shut the door on the outside of Nick Show. Can't find anything more than 512. He still tries to find something up on the cushion. Bowers shuts the door, keeps second spot. 2 laps to go in the first heat race of the evening. Continuing on the battle for fourth position. Preston Cranmer still trying the inside. Battle is on. Cranmer's there. He could get the drive in the center of 3 and 4. He's got the run on Halter off turn 4. And they're on the last lap. Cranmer's got 4th. But the A-Lit Outlaw wants more. Could he get a couple positions higher? Could he get 3rd possibly? No! Oh, they touch! They touch! Cranmer is out of it! And Joe Halter takes 4. And the winner of heat race number 1 is Jack Clevenger. He starts on the pole tonight. Oh boy, heat number 1 is starting with a bang early. Heat race number 2 is brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series, the Northeast Premier Series, showcasing the big block modified premier drivers from Florida to Canada. The Super Dirt Car Series visits some of the most exciting dirt tracks in front of the biggest crowds. In the words of the voice, Shane Andrews, they're the ground-pounding, earth-shattering, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast. They're the big block modified Super Dirt Car Series. Let's line them up for you this way. On the front row, Austin Marlett in the 999 and Jesse Atkinson next to him in the number 127. In row number 2 is Daniel Vaught in the number 180. And in the 56, Randy Shreves. In row 3, Brian Moore Sr. in the 558. And Donovan Ross in the number 5. And starting in 7th position, Bob Evertson in the 008. So that is how they line up to begin heat race number 2, and we look just about set to get things going. And as we get ready to go to the green, want to give a big shout out to Jesse Atkinson in the number 127. There he is right there on the air, providing a sick angle for us tonight as he gets ready to go on racing. Jesse, don't worry, I will not distract you here. I'll put myself on mute for you. So we'll keep an eye out on him throughout the night tonight. So heat race number 2, 8 laps. Winner of this heat starts from the 2nd position tonight. Take a look and see who you were all rooting for tonight while we're at it. VSC 420, rooting for Austin Marla in the 999. Steve Vozen, coming off a nice top 10 run. I took a quick peek at how he was doing. Was right in 3rd before I had to disconnect to see who was in Rebels and who I could adjust on the color schemes. And we are ready to go here. Drivers are in turn number 4. Pace truck is in. Let's get things going for heat race number 2. The green is out. Austin Marlett with a good start early on. Jesse Atkinson. Atkinson tries to fight back up on the high side. Battle for the race lead is on. Atkinson's got the preferred line on the exit of turn number 4, but it's still Austin Marlett at the stripe by just about a door. Randy Streves in the battle as well, currently in the 3rd position. Daniel Vaught also in there, currently in P4. Vaught trying to fight up on the outside, nearly 3 wide off the corner in the battle for 2nd spot. Austin Marlett way loose in the slick stuff in turn 1. Had to back out of the throttle, and that puts him all the way back into the 4th position. And in the fight for a transfer spot, Donovan Ross takes a peek on the inside. The 4th place battle is on. Ross with a slider. Oh, big wreck behind them. Moore and Everson get together. They were behind the top 4, and Moore is up on his side. They'll have to go to the B main. Meanwhile, the battle for the race lead is on. Randy Streves inside, pulls up in front of Jesse Atkinson, and he takes the race lead, coming to 3 to go at the line for heat race number 2. Daniel Vaught looking to close in on Jesse Atkinson in the battle for 2nd position, but we go back to the battle for 4th. Austin Marlett just cleared Donovan Ross. Ross took a peek at the inside, but same thing that happened to Marlett. Just got wicked loose up there in turn number 1. White flag, 2 laps to go. Randy Streves has checked out, and there goes Atkinson, high up into the wall. And that puts him all the way back into the 4th position. He is stuck in a transfer fight. Marlett's up in the wall once again. Is he right on board with Jesse Atkinson? 1 lap to go in heat race number 2. Donovan Ross versus Austin Marlett. Who's getting the final transfer spot? The other one has to go to the B main for extra practice. Ross sends it into turns 3 and 4 off the corner. Oh, they get together, and Austin Marlett takes it home. Marlett gets the final transfer spot. The Heat 2 winner, meanwhile, is Randy Streves. We get set to go for heat race number 3, brought to you by the World of Sports podcast. Come relax, laugh, and have a good time with Mike and Rod as they take a dive into the crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sports. Enjoy guests, current events, and the hottest topics in today's sports. If you love sports just as much as us, join us and let's enjoy the world of sports. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And I have a feeling they talked about Formula One and Abu Dhabi. Because I'm someone that's a big Formula One fan, and my goodness, that was awesome to watch. The battle all season between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Oh my gosh. If you don't love that, just go home. Here we go, starting lineup for heat race number 3, our final heat race from what we expect. Chris Schaefer and Mike Schultz make up the front row. In row number 2 is Jeff Flaro and Joe Canellis. And starting in row number 3, Joe Canellis, by the way, not making the call. So Roger Craig starts from 4th position and starting by himself in row 3. There's my man Steve-O, Steve Ovens in the number 85. So final heat race. 8 laps. Winner of this heat race starts from the 3rd position in tonight's 25-lap feature. We've seen a lot of great battles for 4th position and a transfer directly into the feature. Who knows, maybe we can go 3 for 3 with the Rebels tonight. We'll have to see. Schaefer and Schultz make up the front row. It's in the starters' hands. We go green. And as Schaefer with the early lead slides up right in front of Mike Schultz. Let's see if Schultz pulls up down to the inside. He takes a chance at it. Look out, Steve-O does a wheelie down the back chute. Puts him back to 5th position. All he needs is 1 spot and he's in. Roger Craig in 4th. Jeff Flaro in 3rd. Here's the battle for the race lead. Mike Schultz trying to look to the inside on Chris Schaefer in the battle for the top spot. Here comes Flaro. He wants to enter this party, currently in P3. Drivers are staying single file, utilizing the top spot where the cushion is. So you can see how much this track is starting to slicken up in the corners. You see Flaro taking a peek down to the inside. I don't think he's got anything. Meanwhile, Ovens and Craig go at it. 4th place battle is on. Look at that, all the way up. That's the Lightning Larry White lane. And Ovens with the crossover. He's got 4th for right now. Another awesome battle happening for P4, and Steve-O's got it over the Bassman at the line. Craig trying to fight it back down to the inside. He tries to pull up with a slider, but Ovens keeps it up in front of Roger Craig. Craig, a mega slider, almost touches wheels with Steve-O. We go in front of them, though. Battle for 2nd, Jeff Flaro, who had an incredible finish in the Raiders just a couple of minutes ago. Running in the 3rd position still, but lagging for just a moment. Ovens trying to fight that baby up on the top shelf. Nearly clips the wall. 2 laps to go in heat 3. Flaro in 3rd. Schultz is in 2nd. He took a run at Chris Schaefer, but lost a lot of momentum due to it. See ya? He's sending it in. Just like Stuart Ovens would want to see it. Final lap is underway. 1 lap to go. Schultz tries something once again. He's just losing some time, allows Flaro to come on in, and could be about 3 spots. Here we go, off of turn 4 at the stripe. Give it to Chris Schaefer. He starts in 3rd tonight, and Mike Schultz hangs on to 2nd position. So the heats are all wrapped up. It's time for our B main, brought to you by Chip Bangers Racing, an official partner and an official team of the Coast to Coast Racing League. Just waiting for a couple of more drivers to come on in. While we're at, let's take you through the schedule that we have for you this season. Of course, week number 1 is at Knoxville. Next week, we are at the dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway. Week 3, we go to Fairbury. Week 4, showtime at Williams Grove Speedway. Week 5, my favorite track, Lernerville Speedway. That always provides exciting racing and never disappoints. Week 6 at Kokomo. Week 7 at Cedar Lake. Week 8 is Lanier. Week 9 is Limaland. Week 10 is USA. Week 11 is Eldora. Week number 12 is at Volusia, where we conclude the season. Got a couple of as well, some exciting charity events. The one I'm looking forward to the most, Super Dirt Week. Oh yeah, I'm pumped for that. And Roger, just saying, I got dibs on the commentary for that. Here's how they line up for the B main and just extra practice for the drivers. We have a 20 car count, and everyone makes it on in. But here's how they line up. John Rayner and Donovan Ross, they make up the front row. In row number 2, Roger Craig and Preston Cranmer. Row 3, Bob Evertson and Joe Canellis. And row number 4 is Mike Cranmer and Brian Moore. So we're just about ready. 10 laps, again, extra practice for all the drivers, so we'll focus as much as we can on the battle for the lead in this B main. The iRacing Pace Truck is in pit road. Rayner and Ross, they make up the front row. Here we go. Rayner slides up in front of Ross. Oh, man, nearly thread the needle. Oh, they get together. The leaders get together. A major accordion stack up. And somehow no one spun out. That is incredible. Great job by the drivers to keep it straight until there. Rayner and Ross get together in the battle for the lead, and it says Canellis up and over, and same with Ross. Oh, boy. There's going to be a lot of unhappy drivers because of that. Well, who would have thought about this? The Bass Man in the race lead, along with Mike Cranmer is second. Preston Cranmer is third. I bet you some of the drivers from the Coast2Coast Racing League may complain because the pretty much the founder slash admin, Roger Craig, is the leader. You got Mike Cranmer with a relation to Preston Cranmer running in second and third. So those that were involved in the wreck, Rayner, Ross, Everton, and Canellis, have pulled it in, so 50% of our field is gone. And now we continue to watch Roger Craig and Mike Cranmer duke at it for the race lead. Off of turn number 4, fastest driver on the track that just set the quickest lap of this B main is Preston Cranmer with a 16.21. Just beat that 8 100ths of a second quicker. Takes a peek inside on Mike for second position. 4 laps to go in the B main. Slides on up. Mike just gives him room and says, partner, you take it. Imagine this. Roger and Preston battling for... Oh, Mike! Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. The conversation at the dinner table is not going to be friendly at all. It's going to be quiet, too. Oh, man. And then there were 3. My goodness. It's like that book, and then there were none. I think that's what's happening right now, and it's only come down to 3 drivers. Roger Craig, Mike Cranmer, and Brian Moore Sr. So it's a 3/4 of a second lead for Roger Craig on Mike Cranmer. This is the funniest B main, though, that we have seen in coast-to-coast competition. Craig with the white flag, 1 lap to go in the B main. And Ozzy brings it home clean in 3 and 4. He's got it over Mike Cranmer. Roger Craig wins something. How about that? Cranmer takes the B main at Knoxville. So our first race is just around the corner. 25 circuits around Knoxville for the B Division Rebels. Stay with us. We're going to take another break here. And when we come back, you'll meet the 20 drivers that race tonight for 25 circuits. Stay with us on the Coast2Coast Racing Network. back here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network, and we are almost ready to go here. Warm-ups are currently concluding, and we'll take a look and see who's got the quickest time at the moment in warm-ups. You see how much this track has started to slicken up big time, and it's currently Jeff Flaro from the Raiders with the quickest time at a 16.345. And I think we are just about ready to go. We also have, again, we'll also show you the onboard camera we've got once it's pulled up with Jesse Atkinson for this feature. But anyway, folks, here we go for our first feature of the evening. Let's meet your starting lineup. On the front row, it's Jack Clevenger in the 78 and Randy Shreves in the 56. Row number 2, Chris Schaefer in the 23, Sean Bowers in the 03. Row 3, it's Daniel Vaught in the 180 and Mike Schultz in the 016. Row 4, Nick Schell in the 512 and Jesse Atkinson in the 127. Row 5, Jeff Flaro in the 200 and Joe Halter in the 22. Row number 6, Austin Marla in the 999 and Steve Ovens in the 85. As we look over to the rest of the field, in row number 7, Roger Craig in the 747, Mike Cradmer in the 70. Row 8 is Brian Moore Sr. in the 558 and Preston Cradmer in the 07. Row 9, John Rayner in the 302 and Donovan Ross in the number 5. And rounding out the grid, Joe Canellis in the number 1 and Bob Evertson in the 008. As the field rolls off here for 2 pace laps around the beautiful Knoxville Raceway. And don't forget, folks, we've got our onboard with Jesse Atkinson. There he is in the number 127, starting from 8th position. Jesse, real quick, what are you expecting?
I honestly don't know. Just racing.
All right, we'll put you back on mute. Good luck, man.
All right, thank you.
Atkinson starts from 8th. We'll watch him throughout the night tonight. He provides our in-car camera. Well, who's going to take home our first broadcasted feature of the evening? We're about to find out. 20 drivers ready to do battle around the sprint car capital of the world. Jack Clevenger and Randy Shreves make up the front row. Sit back, relax, and have a good time, because it's time to drop the sledgehammer for the winter season. The pace truck makes its way into pit road. Clevenger and Shreves ready to go green. It's time to get things going. Our start tonight brought to you by Dylan Westbrook Racing. Jack Clevenger with the early lead. Randy Shreves is second. Sean Bowers currently runs P3. Lap 1 is in the books. And a give it to Jack Clevenger. Everyone fighting for the outside line early on. Top 4 remain single file. Mike Schultz is 5th. And Jesse Atkinson riding the outside, battling with Daniel Vaught. The battle for position is on there for 6th. Meanwhile, for the race lead, Randy Shreves takes a peek down to the inside, slides up on Jack Clevenger. You've got a new leader at Knoxville. Clevenger thinking about trying to fight back underneath for the race lead, but he's stuck in a fight with his own hands behind him. Sean Bowers tries to find a groove on the outside line. He can't find anything just yet with the thin cushion. Perhaps he could think about looking down to the inside. That's really rough and really tough. We got one in the wall. Steve Ovens in the inside. Stuck in the attenuator, and his night at Knoxville has come to an end. As you make your way through the field, Chris Schaefer running in 4th. Sean Bowers is 4th. Sean Bowers 3rd. Shreves, meanwhile, continues to lead. Let's find another good battle on track. We'll go back to the Jesse Atkinson battle with Mike Schultz. That is the battle for 5th position. There you see Jesse. Let's ride on board with them. He's got a lot in his hands for sure. We'll actually show you as well. I love that front bumper. Note to self, you're going to get involved in another wreck. You see the focus. This is what it's like to be a sprint car driver on iRacing. you updated on him. He's all over that rear end on Mike Schultz for positions. Jeff Flaro, he may have gotten really loose on the low line where it's really slick and just lost himself a couple of spots all the way back into the 7th position. Unless he's trying to fight his way up back and touches the wall across the start finish line. That got very close. Again, season opener here for the Rebels at Knoxville. Randy Shreves of that 56, meanwhile, is checked out of the hotel. He's got the quickest lap at a 16.47. What a mission this guy is on. There you see the fastest times on your screen. Let's go back and watch a battle for 4th position. Jeff Flaro and Chris Schaefer. Flaro, so right now he's picked up the 2nd most spots for the A&J Custom Creations Hard Charger Award of the race, started in 9th position, and he's made his way up into the 4th position. 10 laps are currently in the books. Let's go back to that battle with Atkinson and Schultz. Atkinson riding the wall, nearly got too much in the chocolate chips that could have led him to bicycling the curves. So he lets off just a little bit on Mike Schultz. Again, top 10, by the way, transfer to the Renegades feature, or excuse me, to the Renegades event. Regardless of what happens, currently holding that final transfer spot, regardless of IL, I should say. That's currently Preston Cranmer in the number 07. Let's go back to a battle for 2nd position. And it's Sean Bowers and Jack Clevenger. Clevenger's lost 2 spots from the start of this race, and Bowers up on the outside, nearly clipped the wall once again. He's got the preferred groove and trying to get away from Clevenger in the number 78. That shows you how close Bowers is to the cushion. Clevenger still trying to fight back. He's trying to find a way to gather some bite in the corner. Clevenger has the advantage. Can he get him at the line? Give it to Bowers. Clevenger catches the berm there, entering turn number 1. Bowers still with the change in position. Can he clear the number 78? Can he clear the 78 just yet? That change for 2nd? I don't think so. This time at the line, give it to Bowers. 9 laps to go in the feature. A great long run so far. Let's go back and continue to watch that battle for 5th position between Jesse Atkinson. He's stuck in a battle now with Chris Schaefer. Still that battle happening for 5th position. They got by Mike Schultz, who's fallen back into the 7th spot. They're still trying to fight it on back. There you see Atkinson in the 127. Got to be careful using one hand, that's for sure, Jesse. But still, again, with that preferred line off of turn 4, he's got 7 laps to go, 6 in the line next time by. Back for 2nd spot. Closest battle on screen. Clevenger thought about the slide job up on Bowers. Look at the run. Bowers gets off the corner. He clears Clevenger for 2nd spot with 6 laps to go. Meanwhile, a 1.5-second lead for Randy Shreves, and he is in lap traffic. The only thing that Shreves does not want to see is a caution flag. We go back over to that battle for P2. Bowers with the advantage off the corner, nearly clips the wall and tries to say goodbye to Jack Clevenger. He does not want to fight anymore. He wants to keep that 2nd position. 4 laps to go in the Rebels feature. Lap traffic going by without an issue for Randy Shreves. Clevenger stuck in the way. That's the 180 of Daniel Vaugh in the way. That helps out Sean Bowers. He's got traffic of his own, dealing with John Rayner. 3 laps to go. And Shreves, I think he can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Take a look. There is Mike Cranmer ahead of him, but I don't think that's going to be an issue before the checkered flag. 2 laps to go. Randy Shreves showing why he wants to be the best early in the B Division Rebels this season. Off of turn number 4. Randy Shreves sees the white flag. 1 lap to go at Knoxville. A dominant run for Randy Shreves at the Knoxville Raceway today. Down the back chute for the final time. moves his way up to the Renegades later tonight off of turn 4. Shreves takes it at the sprint car capital of the world. Bowers second, Clevenger third, Floro takes fourth, and Jesse Atkinson holds on to fifth position. Fastest car of the race at a 16.47 for the LGR Motorsports number 56 machine. And I don't think nobody was on his level at all. While we're at it, let's give you our A&J Custom Creations hard charger of the race. Up 8 positions, he started at the 18th spot, finishing in 10th. That's Donovan Ross in the number 5. So stand by here, folks, as we get ready to talk with your top 3. And we'll see if they are in chat yet. Randy Shreves is in. Don't forget, folks, coming up just around 9 o'clock, we have our Renegades feature event for 30 laps. Let's talk with Jack Clevenger here, our third place finisher. Jack, you started on the pole, had an early statement, but just what happened there as Randy Shreves got by you?
Well, I got my doors blown off there. Yeah, I mean, he was just faster than me. Him and Sean were both faster, and yeah, I just let him go.
How about that battle with Sean for second position? That was a fun one. You trying to keep that inside going, but that inside was just way too slick at the end.
You know, it was fast. It was just hard to keep her down there. You'd hit the bottom, and it just, you got to be so perfect down there, and that's not my style. You know, I like to beat the wall down, but that was awesome running with Sean. That was good.
Well, you transfer into the Renegades for our next feature. Just give us your expectations for that.
I think we'll run about 24th, and yeah, no, I'd like to have a good night, but we'll see what happens. You know, there's a bunch of good guys up there.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to?
Donovan, all the guys at Sim Racing Concepts, Rudine Racing, all those guys.
Alrighty, we will let you go, man. Nice job tonight in this feature, and good luck in the rest of the way.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the broadcast.
Appreciate it, Jack. Jack Clevenger, your third place finisher. Time to talk with our second place finisher in the number 03, Sean Bowers. Sean, just walk us through your race. You were running the top side, and that was pretty much the line to be the entire night.
Yeah, I felt more comfortable up top. I tried to go to the bottom there in the lap traffic. It just didn't feel good in the the beginning of the race. I probably should have tried to slide Jack a little bit sooner, but in the middle of the race there, he found that bottom, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then I was just hanging on for dear life. It did get a little bumpy up top there.
Yeah, it definitely did. Just in that long run of those final laps, running in second, what's the mindset like? Are you just hoping for a yellow flag to come out to try and get a chance at Randy Shreves for the win?
Oh, no. I was definitely hoping that it would just stay green. I wanted to hit that lap traffic, and hopefully, all it really what's going to take is him to make a mistake or two, and, we would have had a good three-way battle there for the lead.
Speaking of lap traffic, what was that like right in front of you? Because I know you and Clevenger were each dealing with different cars.
Yeah, that's probably my first race where we've actually ran into lap traffic there, at Knoxville. That's a pretty big track, so it takes a little bit to catch lap traffic. But, I mean, once we hit them, it definitely made it interesting for sure, especially when Jack was around the bottom, and that was all the props to him for staying clean, and that was one hell of a race.
What's your expectations for the Renegade feature for your car?
Well, we'll see if we can see what we can do there. This isn't one of my favorite tracks on this simulator, but we'll see what we can do and give her hell.
Finally, who do you want to give shout-outs to?
The guys over at the Firm Motorsports, Apex Auto Glass and Tinting, Mazin's 2-1 Designs, and I got to give a shout-out to my my crew chief tonight, Dean Gertie, for keeping an eye out for me out there and giving me some fine tunes.
All right, Sean, we'll let you go. Nice job, and good luck later tonight.
Thank you.
Bowers with a second place finish with his efforts, and now it's time to go to victory lane. Time to talk with your race winner in the 56, Randy Shreves. Randy, just how does this one feel? I don't think we've talked yet in Victory Lane at all since I've been on a broadcast.
Yeah, it's been a while anyway, but yeah, finally got back up there. Definitely feels good.
How good was your car just as a whole tonight? It looked like no one had anything for you. It's like you were just on another level.
Yeah, I tried a few different things with my setup, and yeah, it worked. The car was definitely on rails all night. Felt good no matter where I put the car. So yeah, I think I made some good choices with the setup there.
Absolutely. Just what is the big key mainly to victory? Of course, having the heat win definitely helps. You're starting up near the front. But is it just having a setup that's built for the low line as well? Because, I mean, I know you got the pass done on the inside line, and then once you were clear, you just said, see you later.
Yeah, you pretty much just need to get the gearing right. I guess a few other things with the shocks, too. But, yeah, it's just pretty much got to run anywhere. And once you get to that point, then it's all up from there. So I don't think anybody was catching me tonight. That car just felt awesome, the best it's ever felt.
That's awesome. What are your expectations for this Renegades feature? And to add to that, it looks like you could be a good contender for the Renegades win as well. I mean, it's really tough for that to happen, getting a Rebels or a Raiders win, then challenging for the Renegades, but we've seen it happen in the past.
Yeah, Renegades is definitely a tough one. So I'm hoping I can put her up front again.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Definitely want to thank my team, LGR Motorsports, ABR Setup Shops, Redline Race Designs, One Wish Foundation, Wraps and Stitches, KSB Builders, Finish Line Repair, CD Cinematography, Coast2Coast Racing for putting on this awesome league, you, Marty, for doing such an awesome job at the broadcast. You're one of the most exciting broadcasters ever. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Alrighty, Randy, we will let you go. Congrats on the win and good luck in a few moments.
All right, thank you.
Randy Shreves takes the win with the Raiders tonight. I moved myself. I'm sorry, Randy. There we go. So Randy Shreves takes the win. Victory Lane is brought to you by our friends at Cool Lane Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. And we'll get to all of our other sponsors in just a moment. Let's give you your official results from tonight. The ones who you don't see, 19th was Daniel Vaught, and 20th went to Steve Ovens, but a great long run. Only 3 drivers went, 4 drivers, I should say, went a lap down or more. So that's great to see. A very competitive race overall, great long runs, and it was an incredible one to watch. We're going to pause here and have our sponsors say a couple of words, and when we come back, it is pre-race ceremonies for the Renegades tonight. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
Cool-Ray has always been a leader in our industry.
The lifetime parts and labor warranty is pretty awesome. Basically, all the parts are covered, the labor and everything.
When we say lifetime, we mean lifetime, and it's supported with money-back guarantees. And with that, you're getting all qualified technicians that are going to ensure that this job is done perfectly and operates perfectly throughout the life of the unit.
Learn more about our Cool-Ray lifetime parts and labor warranty at coolray.com. Cool-Ray and Carrier. Turn to the experts.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We are just about set for opening ceremonies. A couple of minutes away from qualifying as well, so while we're at it, those that are able to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian and U.S. national anthems. ladies and gentlemen, if you have just joined us, good evening, and we welcome you to live competition, to our live broadcast of the Coast to Coast Racing League Renegades, and our title sponsor for the Renegades, brought to you by Dylan Westbrook Racing. Well, we are just about set for another exciting season of the best sprint car drivers on iRacing. They're ready to go at it for our 30-lap season opener around the Knoxville Raceway. Couple of drivers to watch closely, of course, our champion, Blake Chapman, in the number 20, and apologies for the technical difficulties. Everything just loading up here on our end currently while we are at it. Blake Chapman, our defending champion, looking to defend once again what's his, and he is excited for his first title defense. A lot of names you gotta watch out for very closely, and folks, we've got a packed field tonight. 30 cars will take the green flag. We will have a C main tonight. We will have a B main tonight. About to get on the edge of your seat, folks, because we've got a great one in store tonight. 30 laps around Knoxville Raceway. Couple of drivers to watch closely. We'll show you a couple of them. As you see there on your screen, there is the number 20 of Blake Chapman. Currently at the moment, our trading paint is just about down at the moment, so these will update from time to time as while we're at. Let's show you what he's doing currently. Currently 15th quick at a 15.44. Update the times here for you on the screen. And if you don't hear me talking, by the way, we are just continuing to be in the process of adjusting a couple of things at the moment in advance of our broadcast tonight. That way we can have our numbers just about set on our live timing. So in case this goes off and comes back on, that's the reason why. And while we're out, let us know where you're watching from, by the way, and who you are rooting for tonight. There's GJ Boydow in the number 014. Also Nicholas Fickeray in the 00. Fickeray currently 20th quick at a 15.50, and I assume he'll take that back to the pits and work on it once more. Let's take a look at chat and see what you guys are saying here. It's been a little bit quiet, ladies and gentlemen, but we welcome our 12 viewers into the Coast to Coast Racing Network. And I think for those wondering why it's quiet on track, drivers are currently in a drivers meeting. Kevin Fry the quickest at a 15.171. Just the main question here after all of what he went through, if you're Kevin Fry, is just when is that win going to happen in the Renegades? He's come oh so close. He came second place at Volusia last week, losing out to Stephen Gollner. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when for Kevin Fry. And he was really fast at Knoxville last season, so keep that in mind too. Could tonight be the night? Well, we're moments away from finding that out. Just about 2 minutes out from beginning our time trials for the drivers. Take a look at some of the other drivers out there while we are at it, if our trading paints can update. And I think everyone is currently off track at the moment. And that looks to be the situation. So we may have to deal with all white cars here. So if we do have that situation develop once again, what we'll do is after qualifying, we'll take a break and then we'll come back once that's fixed to begin our first heat race. We'll stick with qualifying though. I know everyone wants to see the time trials. So I think we are just about set. Great weather here in Knoxville. Let's take a look at it right now and show you what the weather does look like. Track temp 69 degrees. The air temp is set at 72. Wind is blowing pretty good at just over 11 miles an hour. So the moisture won't really be dry out quick. So there'll still be a little bit of moisture on the track. Set for qualifying, brought to you by our friends at the Pitside Podcast. So here we go. Let's find the first driver here that comes on out. We've got a couple of them. And the first one I see move is Brandon Dittmer in the number 93. And while we're at it, we've got an onboard with Brandon Dittmer tonight. There you see him on your screen. He's locked in and focused. And we'll ride on board with him on his lap while he's at it. We'll show you his onboard later on tonight in the race. Let's see who starts off the times. He starts off with. And a 15.477 for Dittmer is his first lap. See if anyone can follow that up. Yes, Patrick Spangler. Oh, Dittmer goes around. And in his run, Kevin Fry currently on a quick time. 15.386 for the driver of the number 21. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster. Nobody currently in the purples as we speak. And Fry keeps it at the 15.352, improves on his time. Let's go to Stephen Goldner in the number 30. Could he be the one to outrace Kevin Fry tonight? He outraced him at Fallujah last week. And we'll see what he can do again. Fifth quickest, now down to sixth. Flaro goes fifth. And checking to see it's not quicker. Randy Shreves, by the way, up to second quick. Oh boy. Here comes Jeff Barker across the start-finish line. And he goes 14th of the 15.543. Here's another one on track that we love to watch every week. Kyle Moonen in the number 24. Works on his first lap, currently off of turn number 4. In the greens on lap number 1, so not a pole lap for Moonen at the moment. He's 26 quick at a 15.641. Off of turn 4, a quicker lap for Moonen, and he goes 12th. 15.528 for Moonen, 30 seconds left in qualifying, and I don't think anyone else is going out. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a quick time by 4 thousandths of a second of a 15.352, the driver of the number 21, a round of applause for Kevin Fry. Fry in the 21 with the quick time, and I think all of our technical difficulties have been resolved, so we apologize for the situation with our cars moments ago. But we're set for our first heat race of the evening. First heat race brought to you by our friends at the Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints. Celebrating over 37 years of exciting 360 sprint car action in the northeastern United States and Canada. Stars like Paulie Cola, Giovanni, Jason Barney, Chuck Having, Matt Tanner, Billy Van Immergen, and many more come to a dirt track near you. For more info, log on to EmpireSuperSprints.com or visit our Facebook and Twitter pages. The Lucas Oil Empire Super Sprints, with a tradition of excitement guaranteed, live on. So again, top 4 are all inverted before the green flag, and here's how they line up. Donovan Ross and Bob DeGood, they make up the front row. Jeff Flaro and Kevin Fry in row 2. Steven Spies and Chad Cote in row 3. Jeffrey Kemper starts from 7th spot in the 181. So we're just about set for our first heat race, and again, all the heat races this time are critical. If you finish in the top 4, you transfer directly to the feature. If you finish outside the top 4, you have to go through a couple of last chance showdowns, and we will check the showdowns and see how many transfer in. With the car count we've got over 30 tonight. Without question, we will have a C main. Driver to watch without question has to be that driver of the number 21. That is Kevin Fry. In the Renegades, 4 starts for Kevin Fry. And his best finish was 2nd at Fallujah last season in those 4 starts. And he only won 2 races in Monday Night Madness. One with the Rebels at Kokomo and Cedar Lake. That's Kevin Fry starting from P4 tonight. Here we go. First heat race about to go down at the Knoxville Raceway. Pace truck is in pit road. Ross and DeGood, the front row, waiting for the green flag. And we're racing. Deadlocked off of turn number 2. DeGood's got a slight advantage on Donovan Ross. Fry thinking about taking it 3 wide. Is he going to go up the middle? No, Ross clears and Fry takes a look down to the inside. He wants the 2 for 1, and Ross nearly slammed the door in his face. Ross holding on to the race lead. Kevin Fry back in 2nd. DeGood 3rd. Flaro currently with the final transfer spot in 4th position. Imagine the day for Jeff Flaro, from Raiders all the way up to Renegades, and he's stuck in a battle. Chad Cote wants the final transfer spot. Takes a peek upstairs for 4th position. Meanwhile, on the other end, the battle for what would be pole position tonight in the feature is on between Ross and Fry. Oh, man! Cote does a wheelie down the back chute. Nearly caught the wall off the turn number 2. And at the stripe, Flaro has 4th position. Tries the inside on DeGood. Oh, my, that got close. They nearly came to blows, and this is positions 3 through 6. Only 2 of them will make it into the feature. 2 of them will have to go to the LCQ. 3 to go in Heat 1. Oh boy, Flaro nearly into Cote. Contact between DeGood and Cote. Steven Spies wants to enter. Oh man, DeGood moves Cote up the track. Near contact. There it is with Steven Spies. And he's out of it. Back to 6th he goes. 3 drivers, 1 spot on the line. Oh boy! Cote and DeGood up in the wall. And they're going to the B main and probably not going to be happy with each other. Meanwhile, final laps underway. Who's gained the pole position tonight? Kevin Fry or Donovan Ross? Fry sends it in with a slide job of his own at the line. Donovan Ross gets pole position tonight. Oh man, if you don't like that, you don't like dirt track racing. 68 thousandths of a second separate the top 2. Flaro and Kemper transfer in. And now you know why I love the Renegades. Heat race number 2 brought to you by the Super Dirt Car Series, the Northeast Premier Series, showcasing the big block modified premier drivers. From Florida to Canada, the Super Dirt Car Series visits some of the most exciting dirt tracks in front of the biggest crowds. In the words of the voice, Shane Andrews, they're the ground-pounding, earth-shattering, window-rattling beasts of the Northeast. They're the big block modified Super Dirt Car Series. Couple of nice schedule additions to the Super Dirt Car Series. One of them, they opened the season at Atomic Speedway in Ohio. And then during the summer before Watkins Glen NASCAR weekend, they're doing something called Summerfast, highlighting 3 exciting tracks in the central New York region: Brewerton, Fulton, and Land of Legends. Atomic I did not expect, but Summerfast I definitely expected. And having some technical difficulties with our lineup as well, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get that updated for you right now. There we go. Front row has Sean Bowers and Kyle Moonen. Row number 2, it's Lane Snook and Randy Shreves. Row 3, John Short and Preston Cranmer. And starting from the 7th position in the 014 is G.J. Boydell. Winner of this heat race starts from 2nd in the feature tonight. Again, by the way, let us know who you were rooting for the Renegades tonight in the chat. As we get ready for our 2nd heat race, top 4 all inverted, so Randy Shreves could be the man to watch, but this is a stacked heat race. Kyle Moonen, Sean Bowers, Lane Snook, Randy Shreves, John Short, we're green. A lot of lagging situations with, I think it was Moonen that had a major lag spike. And it is, as Bowers has the early lead. And I think Race Control is requesting Moonen gets that fixed as soon as possible. So what we're looking at could be the battle for 4th position, and at the moment it is John Short and Randy Shreves. Shreves with the advantage up on the outside. Short has 4th at the line. Can't clear Randy Shreves, though, just yet. Lane Snook in 3rd. He's got the fastest lap currently at the moment. But up on the outside, can Shreves make the pass on Short just yet? He cannot, as Lane Snook takes a peek down inside on Kyle Moonen. 2nd place battle on the line. And Moonen with the clear up on Lane Snook. Randy Shreves does take away 4th position from John Short. That would be good enough for Shreves to get a transfer spot. Taking a look inside, Lane Snook up on Kyle Moonen. And can't make the pass at all. Moonen, does he take a peek inside of Sean Bowers? Yes, he does. Winner starts in 2nd spot tonight for the 30-lap feature. Moonen tries the slide job. It's still Bowers at the line with 3 laps to go in Heat 2. Bowers fights it back with a slider of his own. Moonen crosses him back again. Back and forth, trading sliders. Moonen's got the lead. Bowers takes it back to settle it. Shreves up there fighting with Lane Snook for 3rd position. Lane Snook trying to cut it down to the inside. He's got to run. Can he go for the slider here? Yes, he can. Bowers crosses him back again. Final lap is underway. Bowers goes with the defensive line. That could set up Moonen well. Inside for the slide job. Here we go. Lane Snook is there as well. Sends it 3 wide up on the berm. And off the corner, Sean Bowers starts from 2nd tonight. Whew, that was fun. Lane Snook goes back to 4th position after touching the berm. 3rd heat race tonight, brought to you by the World of Sports podcast. Come relax, laugh, and have a good time with Mike and Rod as they take a dive into the crazy, exciting, wonderful world of sports. Enjoy guests, current events, and the hottest topics in today's sports. If you love sports just as much as us, find us, join us, and let's enjoy the world of sports. Find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Here's how they line up for heat race number 3. It's the Professor, John Hine, and Joe Halter in row 1. Row 2, Stephen Goldner and Jack Clevenger. Row 3, Chris Schaefer and Terry Landis. And row 4 is Barry Gollner. As they roll things off here. Winner of this heat race starts from the 3rd position. And again, this is a stacked heat race. You've got John Hind, you've got Joe Halter, Stephen Goldner, Jack Clevenger. Oh boy. I hope we get a treat just like we did for heat race number 2. White flag in the air, 1 to go until we go green. It's been an awesome night so far of coast-to-coast racing action for Monday Night Madness. A great way to kick off the winter season. Pace car just about set to bring it into pit road. John Hind and Joe Halter, the front row. We're green. And it's Hind with a nice start, but he goes up a little bit. 2 extra lanes, 3 wide for the race lead. Here comes Stephen Goldner all the way down to the basement. He sends it in big time and takes John Hind out. Oh my heavens. That may have been the dirtiest move I've seen Stephen Goldner pull. Oh boy, and that just cost Hind 2 spots with the mega send-in. Puts him back into the 3rd position. He's not out of it yet, though. But John Hind will have to go to the LCQ, and that's a fact, as Goldner takes 2nd from Joe Halter. That helps out Chris Schaefer. He takes the 4th spot, currently has the final transfer spot in. Goldner trying to close in on the race leader, Jack Clevenger. Here it is from the rear end of the 78. Clevenger with the lower line in. Look at the cushion. How much it's got a little bit of a dig on it. Goldner thought about the inside. Looks low. Takes it back up to the outside. Good battle for 3rd as well. Schaefer trying on Halter. But Goldner right there on Clevenger. Diamond's the corner in 3 and 4. He's right there in the battle for the race lead. At the stripe, it's Goldner just by about an inch. And he slides it up on Clevenger. He takes the lead. Clevenger trying to fight it back. Down to the inside he goes. He pulls a slide job on his own. Clevenger's got the lead, but Goldner digs it back down to the inside, and Stephen Goldner leads it at the line. Clevenger tries to slide him back. They nearly touch. And Stephen Goldner nearly got a taste of his own medicine. Goldner clips the berm off of turn number 4. He's got the lead at the white flag. 1 lap to go. Top 4 likely going to stand. Stephen Goldner, Jack Clevenger, Joe Halter, and Chris Schaefer. Off the 4. It may be a controversial one, but Stephen Goldner will take it for sure. He starts in 3rd position tonight. Fourth heat race about to take place. That is brought to you by Gambler Motorsports, an esports racing team that competes weekly across the iRacing platform. They have drivers entered in dirt races, sports cars, asphalt oval, and even endurance races. Like them on Facebook at Gambler Motorsports, an official team of the Coast2Coast Racing League. Here's the lineup for heat race number 4. It's Steven Fernberg and Brandon Templeton on the front row. Row 2 is Blake Chapman and Aiden Young. Row 3, Nicholas Fickray and Benjamin Kelch. And starting from the 7th position, that is Roger Craig in the number 747. Field rolls off as we get ready to go green. 1 lap until we get the green flag. Of course, row number 2 you have to watch closely. Blake Chapman, Aiden Young up there. They were key contenders earlier for the Coast to Coast Racing League Championship in the Renegades, even though Chapman pretty much ran away with it while we were midway through the season. Fernberg and Templeton, the front row, and it's in the starter's hands as we get ready to go green. Winner starts in 4th position for tonight's feature. Into turn 1, early advantage goes to Steven Fernberg, clears up on Brandon Templeton. Templeton tries to shut the door on Aiden Young, and he does for just a moment. Meanwhile, Fernberg still with the edge off of turn number 4. Fernberg leads lap 1 at the line. Templeton trying to fight back, takes a peek down on the inside. Aiden Young looks for 3rd, meanwhile on Blake Chapman. 4 cars under a blanket in the battle for the race lead. Everyone using the high side, that's the preferred groove early here at Knoxville, but Chapman trying to find something all the way on the baby bottom. Currently with the final transfer spot, can't make any do just yet. He takes 3rd from Aiden Young at the moment. Templeton still holding on to 2nd. Great heat race so far between the top 4. First driver out, currently Nicholas Fickray, the 00 yellow car you saw in the background of your screen on the last frame. Halfway home, 5 up, 5 down. Excuse me, 4 up, 4 down. Templeton still there. Blake Chapman trying to find anything to challenge. Here we go. Templeton peeks inside. Slide job, Steven Fernberg. And can he get the lead at the stripe? No, Fernberg continues to lead. Fernberg slides him back. Templeton with a near crossover. They nearly bang sneakers off of 2. Templeton tries to slide back, and Blake Chapman joins the battle as well. He's looking for 2nd spot, 2 to go in heat race number 4. Shades of heat race number 2 potentially. Could we see a Hail Mary be pulled on one of the drivers behind Steven Fernberg? Blake Chapman all the way up into 2nd spot. White flag is out, final lap. Chapman, does he pull a slide job on Steven Fernberg? Just holds the bottom groove off turn number 2. It's Fernberg versus Chapman into 3 and 4 for the final time. Who's starting from 4th position tonight? At the stripe. Oh, it was that close. Dead even at the line. They give it to Fernberg. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Let's confirm with iRacing, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to confirm with iRacing. Fernberg officially 6th 1,000th of a second. Wow. But it looked like a tie at the stripe. But Steven Fernberg edges Blake Chapman, starts from 4th position tonight. We always check with iRacing to confirm whenever we have a photo finish like that. But we're ready for heat race number 5, brought to you by the Can-Am Racing Team, or CART, featuring drivers from the Coast to Coast Racing League in the U.S. and Canada, and are pleased to be a part of the Coast to Coast Racing League since its inception. Here's how they line up for our 5th and final heat race, likely our final heat race. I'm pretty sure this is. We'll have to double check. It's Zach Chapman and Jeff Barker on the front row. Row number 2 is Brandon Dittmer and Patrick Spangler. Row 3, Mike Schultz and Nathan Aldrich. This season opener so far for the Renegades has not disappointed. And we're hoping this heat race does not disappoint. We've had incredible heat races so far tonight. Let's end it right before LCQs with a bang. Zach Chapman, Jeff Barker, the front row. We're ready to go green for heat race number 5. The lights are on. And Chapman pulls out with the lead, but Brandon Dittmer trying to look all the way down to the inside, looking for it, and can't find anything just yet. Meanwhile, he's trapped in the middle. Patrick Spangler trying to look to the inside for second position. Can he get it? And he cannot. Dittmer holds on to second position. We ride on board with Dittmer in the number 83. He's got our Renegades in-car camera for us tonight. Patrick Spangler trying the inside line for second position as Dittmer holds on to the top shelf. That's how they currently look at the moment. Final transfer spot belongs to Nathan Aldrich in the 514. Everyone staying single file, riding the cushion throughout the sprint car capital of the world. Patrick Spangler just clips the wall with the right rear sneaker off of corner 2. The top 3 looking like they'll be in this battle. Winner of this heat starts from the 5th position tonight. Dittmer nearly bangs the wall once again. Here comes Patrick Spangler. Last time by, had the fastest lap of this heat at a 16.12. Edges out Dittmer for second position. Slides up on the 83. Dittmer tries to fight it on back for P2. If you finish second, you start in the 10th position. If you finish in third position, you start from position number 15. Again, top 4 transfer, that gives us. So top 4 transfer, that gives us 20 drivers that are in already after this heat race, and 4 drivers that will transfer in through the LCQ. Final lap is underway, and Patrick Spangler still trying something. It was away on Brandon Dittmer, but they don't have anything. For the driver of the number 72, Zach Chapman off of turn 4, takes heat race number 5. Patrick Spangler, Brandon Dittmer, and Mike Schultz transfer in. And reports of a crash of Jeff Barker. Nope, we are good. So that does it for our heats, and we are set to go, and this is being ruled as our B main. Yes, this is the B main. 4 drivers transfer in to the feature. Everyone else has to sit back, relax, kick themselves back, and enjoy a nice little beer. Probably a Labatt Blue for those watching in Western New York. But we're ready for our B-Main, and the B-Main is brought to you by our friends at Chip Bangers Racing. Here's how they line up. Chad Cote and John Short on the front row. Barry Goldner and Nicholas Fickray in row 2. Nathan Aldrich and Bob DeGood in row number 3. Preston Cranmer and Terry Landis in row 4. Benjamin Kelch and Jeff Barker in row 5. Row 6, Steven Spees and G.J. Boydell. And all the way back in row number 7, that's John Hine and Roger Craig. Perhaps Hine may be the fastest one here. Of all the drivers in the B-Main, he's got a lot of work to do. He has to come all the way up from row 7 to try and finish in a top 4 spot. So once again, the B-Main, 10 laps, top 4 transfer in. One lap to the green flag, and man, this is going to be an intense B-Main. We will focus on the top 4 spots, especially if there is a battle happening for 4th position. So currently starting in 4th, Nicholas Fickray. Oh boy, grab your popcorn. You will not want to miss this B-Main at all, that is for sure. John Short and Chad Cote make up the front row. 10 laps. Prove what you got to make the A-Main. Off of turn 2 with the advantage. It's John Short early on Chad Cote, Nick Fickray, Barry Goldner, third and fourth. Nathan Aldrich currently the first one out. We'll watch Barry Goldner here in the 36 because he's got to fight early. The Ayla Outlaw right on his tail. That's Preston Cranmer, who wants fifth on Aldrich and now wants to fight for fourth on Barry Goldner. Nicholas Fickray a part of this fight as well, currently in the third position. Here comes Cranmer down to the inside. Wanting fourth as Barry Goldner bumps Fickray for just a moment. Cranmer tries to slide up in front of Barry Goldner, and he does. The Ayla Outlaw takes fourth position. Barry Goldner tries to fight back. Reports of a crash between Terry Landis and G.J. Boydell. They're done for the night. So Cranmer currently with the fourth position. Barry Goldner the first one out. Cranmer wants more though. He tries the inside on Nicholas Fickray for third. They nearly get together in three. But Goldner with the preferred line off of turn number 4 can't find anything to get by. And Cranmer wants third position. Slides up in front of Nicholas Fickray. He takes the position away. Fickray though meanwhile tries to fight back. Barry Goldner part of a three-man battle for third. 2 will go in, 1 will go out, 5 to go. And currently Vic Ray is the first one out. Barry Goldner was able to make a pass for fourth position, so Vic Ray lost 2 spots that time in that battle. Barry Goldner nearly turned Preston Cranmer for just a moment, sends it in inside on turn number 1 for third position, takes that away. Preston Cranmer tries to fight back. John Short, meanwhile, with the lead on Chad Cote. We're still focused on that too. Back and forth, trading the third position between Barry Goldner and Preston Cranmer. They do not want to start in last position tonight. 3 laps to go. Vic Ray and Aldrich are in jeopardy of missing this event tonight. Oh boy, Cranmer got the berm in turn 4. 2 laps to go, losing some time on Barry Goldner. Vic Ray is coming closer to Preston Cranmer off of turn number 4. Cranmer the inside line. Here's the white flag, 1 to go. If Nick Vic Ray has anything, he's gonna have to come and get it. Preston Cranmer still with the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, off of turn number 4, John Short takes the B main over Chad Cote. Barry Goldner third, and Preston Cranmer gets the final transfer spot tonight. Nicholas Fickray, Nathan Aldrich, and company will not make it to the 30-lap feature event at Knoxville Raceway tonight. So, preliminary action is complete from the Knoxville Raceway. When we come back, it's our major feature of the night. Stay with us on the Coast to Coast Racing Network.
exactly where she can go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Cool Ray, the Coast to Coast Racing League, and all the fine sponsors and drivers, we thank you for choosing to spend your Monday night with us. It is now time to meet the field of 24 for tonight's 30-lap feature at the sprint car capital of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup. On the front row brings us Donovan Ross in the number 5 and Sean Bowers in the number 03. Row number 2 is Stephen Goldner in the number 30 and Steven Fernberg in the 29. Row 3, Zach Chapman in the 72 and Kevin Fry in the 21. The fourth row gives us Kyle Moonen in the 24 and Jack Clevenger in the 78. Row number 5, rounding out the top 10, Blake Chapman in the 20 and Patrick Spangler in the 051. Row 6, Jeff Flaro in the 200 and Randy Shreves in the number 56. As we go to the second half of the grid, Jeff Flaro in the 22, Brandon Templeton in the 31 make up row number 7. Row 8, Brandon Dittmer in the 83 and Jeffrey Kemper in the 181. Row 9, Lane Snook in the 123, Chris Schaefer in the 23. Row 10 is Aiden Young in the 69, Mike Schultz in the 016, John Short in the 51, Chad Cote in the 11 in row 11, and Barry Goldner and Preston Kramer round out the field of 24. As the field rolls off, the fireworks go off here at the sprint car capital of the world. We're starting the season opener of Monday Night Madness off with a bang. Look at that. Look at that. One of the greatest scenes in all of Knoxville Raceway. And we are having a technical difficulty here. Not sure what is happening here. Oh boy. We are experiencing a technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. If this happens once again, and this is happening, we are going to go to a commercial break, so stay with us. We will be right back. Oh, actually, we may have it fixed. Check and see if this is fixed. We'll get to a yellow flag. Once that yellow flag comes out, we will make sure that is set up. Donovan Ross and Sean Bowers, the front row, 24 men from coast to coast, are ready for the green flag at Knoxville, and it's showtime in the sprint car capital of the world. It's Steven Fernberg with the early lead on. It's Sean Bowers with the early lead. He leads lap 1 at the start-finish line. Donovan Ross going out for second spot, and we are under caution, so we will pause here real quick. Step aside for break. If we miss racing, we apologize for that, but we just have to tend to this. We'll come back instantly once it is fixed. Stay with us. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the technical difficulties as we've got junk. Kyle Moonen gets into it. And we are under caution once again. We just came back from issues we were having just moments ago. Let's show you what just happened. See if we can bring up our Malcolm's replay here. This is the restart. Oh man, is that Lane Snook? Oh no, excuse me. That was Zach Chapman and Kyle Moonen getting together. Yikes, that's a bad crash. That's a tough break for a lot of drivers that had a chance at a win tonight. So already we've got 2 yellows in this race. And we'll reset the field here for you once it's good to go. Our race leader should be Donovan Ross in the number 5. He's had the lead for this entire race and started on the pole position. One lap to green will reset the field. Donovan Ross leads. Sean Bowers second. Steven Fernberg third. Kevin Fry fourth. Jack Clevenger fifth. Blake Chapman sixth. Patrick Spangler seventh. Jeff Flaro is eighth. Randy Shreves ninth. Joe Halter rounds out the top 10. Ross is the control car as we get ready to go back to the green flag. And Ross fires instantly. Catches Sean Bowers sleeping. We're back to green. That just resets for us on our end. Good battle happening for third position. Steven Fernberg sends it in on Kevin Fry. They touch. Fry gets out of the groove and makes a nice save out of it. And everybody scrambles. Kevin Fry losing more spots still. He's in big trouble. All the way back into the 8th position. Meanwhile, out in front for the race lead, Sean Bowers up on the outside. Can't lead at that time of the stripe by about a front bumper. Front wing was Donovan Ross. Bowers still with the run up on the top shelf. Can he clear Donovan Ross? He's got the preferred line up in 3 and 4. He's got it. Sean Bowers to the point. From the Rebels, from a second place finish there, currently to the race lead. Meanwhile, what a mess for position number 3. Jack Clevenger trying to slide up on Blake Chapman for 3rd position. Patrick Spangler taking away 4th. And everyone just trying to find the high side as much as they can. Look how bumpy that cushion is from Patrick Spangler's perspective. Fastest lap of the race currently belongs to John Short in the number 51, 17.03 seconds. Bowers continuing to lead by nearly a second on Blake Chapman, who's taken 2nd spot away. Donovan Ross has just been eaten up by the pack behind him. And that is not normal for sprint car racing. You want to have the gap in front of you and try and pull away. But Ross is just making mistakes using that bottom side. He wants to keep the top shelf. He's all the way back to the 5th position. Randy Shreves, the Rebels winner, has eaten him up. He's up to 4th position, trying to fight on Patrick Spangler, who's 3rd. The defending champion, Blake Chapman's in 2nd position. A couple of drivers riding off some quick laps that time. Let's go to another good battle happening. For that spot, Donovan Ross and Jack Clevenger. 10 are down, 11 to 10 are down, 20 to go. Ross still trying to inside on Jack Clevenger, who finished 3rd in the Rebel race moments ago. And Clevenger gets the bite off the corner, takes away P5. So another good battle here behind them. Kevin Fry stuck in a battle with John Short, who is all the way from the 21st position to 9th. We're not even halfway yet in this contest. All the way up into 8th position. What a run for the number 51. Let's check in on our onboard camera driver of Brandon Dittmer in the number 83. Be right on board with them. Oh man, he's getting really close to a driver right next to him. I think that's Steven Fernberg in the 29, and it was, who started from 4th position. Dittmer up into the 13th spot, starting from 15. Up in front of them, John Short continues to attack. He is by Floro for 6th position. Floro from 21st to 6th position. He is up 15 spots. And he's not done yet. We are halfway home. The cross flags fly. At this rate, Short could be attacking for the win. Let's go to a battle for 2nd position. Patrick Spangler still trying to close in on Blake Chapman for the spot. That's from Blake Chapman's perspective as he's in 2nd spot. Let's go to the 3rd spot. Look at that cushion in turn 2. A lot like what it was. And we're back to yellow. Pardon me. And the yellow, I think it's for the 31 of Brandon Templeton. We'll check the Malcolm's replay here. Way loose off of turn 4. Does he make contact with anyone? Oh, Halter came down, and the two simply get together. Stephen Goldner, I think that was too, gave him a shot, and the 31 lays on his side before he toes himself out. So there will be 13 laps to go at Knoxville, and that yellow helps out John Short again, bunches him up with the pack, and is just car lengths behind the race leader. Again, all the way from the B main, won the B main as well, so he started 21st, and he is competing for 6th position. That's where he'll restart. But my goodness, he is battling for a top 5 spot when we come back to the green flag. 1 lap to green. Sean Bowers looking for what could be his 2nd win in Renegades competition. Remember, he won at USA a couple of weeks ago. That pretty much made him a star. Could he do it once again? Right now, he's got the best driver in Renegades competition behind him, Blake Chapman, in 2nd spot. Patrick Spangler restarts in 3rd. Then it's Rebels winner Randy Shreves in 4th. And Jack Clevenger rounds out the top 5. Short, Floro, Ross, Fry, and Snook, who rounds out the top 10. Sean Bowers is the control car when we come back to green. The pace truck is in. Bowers going later than Ross Wood, and now he fires. We're going. Bowers holding serve. Again, everyone using that outside. Look at the wheeling and dealing by Blake Chapman off of turn number 2. He takes a peek inside. There's the slide job from Blake Chapman. Can he take the lead away? Yes, he can. Chapman to the point as Bowers tries the inside. The low side was how Bowers won at USA a couple of weeks ago. Slides Blake Chapman back, but Chapman's got room easily off the corner. Chapman with another slide job. We're back to yellow. Now, who was in the lead at the moment of caution? I think it was Chapman. At the moment, excuse me, when we came to the start-finish line. And we'll check who the yellow is for. And I think the yellow, Mike Schultz, is involved in the 016. Oh, he just lost it by himself, and Zach Chapman nowhere to go. And Mike Schultz up into the fence. So when the yellow so Last one to cross the start-finish line. And it's confirmed Blake Chapman was the leader. So he'll restart as the leader, the defending champion. Wants to start his title defense off strong. And, you know, if it was the moment of caution, Blake Chapman still would have had the race lead, even next time by at the line. Because Bowers made the slide job just a little bit too late, came up a little bit enough where Chapman could easily come down and make a pass for the race lead. So 1 to green. Blake Chapman leads. Sean Bowers is second. It'll be 11 laps to go when we come back. Patrick Spangler is third. Fourth is Randy Shreves. Fifth, John Short. Sixth, Clevenger. Seventh, Flaro. Eighth, Donovan Ross. Ninth is Brandon Dittmer. And 10th, Kevin Fry. John Short up in the top 5 after winning the B-Main earlier tonight. Let's see if he can attack the drivers one car at a time. Pace truck is in. When does Blake Chapman fire? Later than Bowers expected. There he goes. Bowers caught sleeping. 11 laps to go at Knoxville. And 3 wide behind Bowers for position number 3. Oh boy! John Short wicked loose. What a save! And it caught Randy Shreves off big time. They got way loose. What a save they made. And that puts Short all the way back to the 8th position, but he can continue to attack with 10 to go. But that may have likely been his race. Trying to look inside, Brandon Dittmer back up there in the 6th position. We ride on board with him as he gets the door shut by Flaro. Oh my, look at the mess he's dealing with in front of him. Getting very tight as John Short goes by and takes away P6. Oh, Short touches the berm in turn 4. As he tries to look for that spot. Meanwhile, Patrick Spangler has gotten by Sean Bowers for 3rd position. Clevenger trying to get away from a side-by-side battle for 5th. John Short in the mix of things, trying to get by Flaro for the spot. Short gets loose off of turn 4. 7 laps to go at Knoxville. Bowers still trying to fight, but currently he's out of a podium position. Clevenger has taken away the 3rd position. Here comes Short once again. He's up to 4th position. He's got a setup meant for the low line. 6 laps to go. Blake Chapman and Patrick Spangler do not want to see a yellow, especially for Blake Chapman. He almost got one there for a moment. I think it was Lane Snook that got loose. How about Kyle Moonen? Wrecked earlier today in this feature, and he's up to 8th position with 5 to go. John Short up to 4th. Look at him hugging the berm. He was up on 3 wheels for just a moment. Trying to take away 4th from Sean Bowers. He's got it for right now. Clevenger holding on to 3rd. 4 laps to go at Knoxville. Meanwhile, they're nearly 3 wide for a position. Track is extremely slick as it's been tonight. But Blake Chapman 3 seconds away. Spangler behind him is just a dot if he had a rear view mirror in real life. Let's go behind them though. John Short looking for a podium spot on Jack Clevenger for 3rd position. He sends it in a little bit too much. Oh, a car sideways. Oh, that's Bowers. And he's upside down. The yellow is out. And I think that comes out with 3 laps to go, if not 2 to go. And Blake Chapman is thinking, you've got to be kidding me. And we go to the replay once again, and that should give us a green-white checkered. We are going into overtime. Here's the replay with Bowers off the corner. Does he get turned for Moonen? Yes, he does. And he's all good missing it, and then a little bit of net code off of Randy Shreves sends him upside down. Oh boy. And this will be a restart with 2 to go. This is not an attempt at overtime. If we were to go to overtime, by the way, we would have 2 green-white checkered attempts. But this is a restart with 2 laps to go. Blake Chapman, Patrick Spangler, Jack Clevenger, John Short, Jeff Flaro, Kyle Moonen, Brandon Dittmer, Lane Snook, Randy Shreves, Kevin Fry. That is the top 10. From 21st to 4th is John Short, up 17, looking for a podium. Blake Chapman, meanwhile, looking to start his title defense off right. Patrick Spangler and Jack Clevenger want to make sure they get a W in Renegades. Here we go. It's all on Chapman. 2 laps to settle it at Knoxville. And he's gone. Meanwhile, 3 wide for 3rd position as Clevenger looks inside on Spangler for P2. Flaro looking for 4th position. He wants 3rd. He may want 2nd as well. Here they come off turn 4. White flags in the air. We have a race to the end. Blake Chapman is gone from the field behind him. The Renegades champion last season wants to start the winter season off with a bang. Off of turn 4, he takes the win at Knoxville. Spangler 2nd and Clevenger 3rd. And what a race to the end, folks. The fireworks go off as Blake Chapman takes a W tonight. Started from 9th and finishes in 1st. Lost his heat race by thousandths of a second. Comes back, he gets the most important win though. Your A&J Custom Creations Hard Charger Award. Well, even though he had a tough restart to finish back in the 7th position, he still gets the Hard Charger Award from 21st to 7th spot. From winning the B-Main to a top 10 finish, a round of applause for John Short in the number 51. Top 3 polls for a celebratory photo. I'll be posted on the Coast to Coast Racing League Facebook page. Again, don't forget, next week we will be back next Monday for another good race. Don't miss out for week number 2 as we're at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Broadcast time 8 p.m. on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. We're ready to talk with our podium finishers. Start things off, Jack Clevenger, a 3rd place finish. Jack, I know you'll take it, man. That's for sure. Did you think you'd be up here?
No, I think I had some luck at the beginning of the race there. A couple guys got into it and crashed, and I'm just happy to hold on. I thought I might have had something for him on that last restart. I stayed next to the Patrick there pretty good, but yeah, I'll take a 3rd.
Yeah, just walk us through your race as a whole. You were in some pretty nifty battles for 3rd position, especially when we got a couple of long runs going.
Yeah, no, it was good. I could hear those guys back there, and Short and Flaro and all of them. I could hear them, and I'm just trying my best to hold the bottom, not give them a spot to put their nose, but I'm just glad everybody ran clean, and it's fun when you can run like that.
Well, it's definitely a successful night for you, man, and we know you already gave those shout-outs, but who else do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Man, like Roger and Preston and all those guys at the Coast to Coast Racing League. You guys for doing the broadcast, and just all the guys that come out and run clean, and makes it a lot of fun.
Well, we'll let you go, Jack. Congratulations on a great run tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Clevenger finishing in 3rd position. Let's talk with our 2nd place finisher. Our 2nd place finisher is Patrick Spangler. Patrick, just pretty much walk us through your race, and what more did you need possibly to get up to Blake Chapman?
I qualified good tonight, and then just the invert killed me all last year. I just couldn't get out there, and it always buried me deep in the field, and happened tonight. Not getting that 1st place cost me 5 spots. I ran next to Blake, and we're like, we just got to run the top and try to stay out of trouble. And there was a few crashes at the beginning where people were on the top, and then after that 2nd caution, everybody was scared to run up top, it seemed like, and they were leaving it open, so I just followed Blake to the front.
Yeah, once again, did you have anything to try and pass him for the win? And if so, what more did you need?
No, he has a much gentler right foot than me, so I'll just spin the tires up there trying to hold on. He's pretty good 2-time defending champion, and I didn't have anything for him tonight.
Who do you want to give shout-outs to tonight?
Just you for putting this broadcast on, Roger for the league, Vanderpool Racing and Race Photography, and Blake just for being a good teammate and running strong here first night out.
All right, man. Nice run tonight. We'll talk to you next week. Patrick Spangler finishing in second position. Now, race fans, it's time to go to Cool Ray Victory Lane and talk with our race winner. Blake Chapman does it in the number 20. Blake, you started your title defense off right, man. How good was your car?
Oh, it was great. I really got to thank Patrick Spangler for the setup. You know, on that last caution came out, I would have been worried, but he always races me clean, a great teammate. I knew I was just fine with him behind me, and we'd have 1-2 locked up. And the car was on rails, and it's just, won the championship last season, didn't get a win. I was so close so many times, but it feels great to finally get one here week 1.
Gotta ask you as well. You've got that long run happening. You're leading by just about 1.5 seconds, 3 to go. The yellow flag comes out. Just what's the reaction?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was just, of course there's a little bit of worry in there, but I was really just kind of fine with Patrick running right behind me. I knew he was running the top as well. The only concern is if the bottom really came in there at the end, which I think it came in a little bit, but not as much as it needed to, which really helps. But again, I was just really comfortable with Patrick running behind me.
Yeah, definitely. Next week, dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Give us your expectations on what we could see.
Charlotte's a pretty tough track. I mean, there's a lot of lines that come in, and it's really makes for really good racing. So expect a really good, clean race from everybody. Lots of slide jobs, and it should be a lot of fun.
Sorry, they didn't have the mic on. Finally, tell us who you want to thank tonight. Give some shout-outs.
Oh, I got to thank everybody at Vanderpool Racing and Patrick for running with me tonight. And, some of our sponsors, Rights Photography, Chop House Race Products, AAA Designs, Black Widow Designs, Tim Sims, Speed Shop 51. And I got to thank Malware Farm Management for the pedals and everybody who supports me. That's my family, Steve Bixler. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Marty.
Well, congrats on the win, man. We'll talk to you next week, Blake.
Sounds good. See you later.
See ya. Blake Chapman taking home his first win of the season, starting off his Renegades competition off right. Let's give you your official results from tonight. Vanderpool Racing, a 1-2 finish for Blake Chapman and Patrick Spangler. Jack Clevenger, Jeff Flaro, Kyle Moonen recovering from that second yellow to a top 5 finish, so congrats to him on that as well. Then Brandon Dittmer, who we were on board with for the race, in 6th. Short, Snook, Fry, and Ross, the top 10. Tough break for Randy Shreves. Got really loose with John Short and then just didn't have the mojo after that happened. So those are your top 18. Let's give you the rest of the field from the race there and ignore the guys from 25th through 28th on down. Only the top 24 raced with us, in the feature tonight. So, next week, we have a good one. The dirt track of Charlotte Motor Speedway has us for week number 2. Our Raiders, if you are part of that, that begins at 7 p.m. Our Rebels, our broadcast time begins at 8 p.m. and following up with that is the Renegades at around 9 p.m. Shout out to all of our sponsors as always for the Cool Ray Coast2Coast Racing League Monday Night Madness Outlaws, including Cool Ray. Malcolm's Mills Mill Ryan sponsors all of Monday Night Madness, and then also Dylan Westbrook Racing and the World of Sports Podcast and just a whole lot more. Shout out to our admins on behalf of them, Roger Craig, Preston Cranmer, Marty Sakala signing off tonight as the fans head out from Knoxville Raceway. Your winners tonight, Randy Shreves and Blake Chapman. Thank you all for joining us. So long from the sprint car capital of the world.